And more importantly, we got to talk about our friends over at DraftKings because they are clearly the sponsor of this. And we know that they are, the top rated sportsbooking app. Not only are they safe, but they are secure. And more importantly, they are reliable. And that's what we love. But Deke, I tell you, every time we talk commercial, every time we talk about DraftKings, we only talk about them if we got a hookup for you, baby, which we do. If you use the promo code MOATS, all right? I know my first timers out there. Use that promo code MOATS. You receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. Now, Deke, we talked about how that works, right? If it's your first time, you put $500 in the pot. Guess what I'm going to do for that deposit bonus? I'm DraftKings. I'm going to put $500 in the pot with you. That's free money. And then after that, you use that. And then we talk about these, prop bets and future bets that we've already been listing out. You put that money to that. Now you make even more money, or at least have a chance to, right? Because you got to have a chance, Deke.
Yeah.
That's all we want. We don't want much. Just a chance to win a little money.
Yeah, football season makes it more fun.
It does make it more fun. I mean, you think college.
You got your takes. Put your money where your mouth is. That's all.
Thank you. Some might even call that a big Deke investment. That's what they might say. But either way, man, check them out. But I know that sometimes we have to talk about if you have a gambling problem. We're not going to tell you all that. What you should do is read this right here. Yeah. 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a gambling problem. That's who you should contact. That would be the NFC North. The North. Like I said, we don't really like those teams in the North now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't like them all. In fact, I don't like any of them. So, with that being said, we shall start with the one I like the least. Detroit Lions.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty bad.
Very bad. Very bad.
Not sure about the coach. He's trying to bring a different energy, different movement to the Lions.
Bite your knee off or claw at your nut.
Which is fine if it's going to work. I don't think the roster's good enough to where it's going to work. The roster's just pretty bad. Sewell's actually kind of looking like a bust, they're saying, in this preseason.
He definitely struggled this preseason.
They got Hawkinson. That might be one of their only highlights on offense. Decker, I guess, at left tackle. Yeah, Sewell, if he's looking like a bust, the receivers are no good. Really their number one receiver is looking like Tyrell Williams right now.
But don't they have, now they got DeAndre Swift with the odds, though, baby.
For MVP.
If he win an MVP, they're going to be having to go bonkers, bro.
Dude, the receivers right now, it's Tyrell Williams, Khalif Raymond. Those are the wide receiver 1 and 2.
Have they signed their kicker back yet? Because remember, they had released both kickers. I didn't know if they were really going to fantasy football style it or they were going to
They do have a kicker on the roster.
Okay, so
right
they
now.
have shown a little growth then. That's good.
This is on their legit website.
Yeah.
I don't know if they haven't updated it at all.
Oh, man. Rod Dallas said his old lady, his little wifey thing is a Detroit Lions fan. Rod, baby, come on, man. You got to talk to the lady, baby. You got to talk to her, all right? Talk to her in her ear. Whisper it nice and softly. Hey, baby girl. You know it's all about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. Steelers, here we go. Just like that, man. All right. And who said Jared Goff for MVP? Q, stop playing, Q. Stop playing.
Yeah, and their defense is pretty much trash, too. They got some names. Trey Flowers. Jamie Collins, not bad. Kudo was their first-round pick a couple years ago, but he was hurt and banged up last year. Maybe he takes a little bit of a jump, but they got no one else, dude. Like, their team's bad.
Yeah, I think they're going to be in for a long season, man. A long season. Like you said, Penei Sewell, man, I know they've been playing him at right tackle, and I think that's part of the struggles that he had, because I do think he's more of a natural left tackle, but they obviously have a Decker out there at the left side, so I could totally understand that. But yeah, I just don't like the team. I don't think they have firepower offensively or defensively. Trey Flowers is a name, but for me, I still can't believe they paid him that much money to go there. I'm like, Trey Flowers, I'm taking Bud Dupree over Trey Flowers. Personally, that's just how I feel. I'm not a fan of the Lions team, man. I'm just not. Hopefully Jeff Okudah can get to what they thought he would be, because he was another guy with a lot of hype around him. Kind of what they said about Patrick Surtain in terms of the almost perfect prospect.
Number 3 pick or something.
And he struggled at times, man. Yeah.
I don't think it's any secret we probably have them last.
Yes. So next we'll go to Chicago, to the Bears. For me, obviously, I do like the quarterback situation a little bit. I do think Dalton is a veteran quarterback, a good quarterback, just not great. And I like the intrigue and potential of Justin Fields. Defensively, Khalil Mack. Where is he at? Is he still Khalil or is he slowing down? That's the question. That's what we're going to see. But for me, I like them a lot, man. I do. I think that up front, that's going to be interesting.
Solid. Linebackers are good.
And they got the boy Artie Burns.
Yeah,
they got the homie Artie Burns. So
their secondary's a little questionable, but their safeties are good.
How's the secondary question? They have my dog there. If my dog is on the team, they taken care of, man. I like the Bears though, low key. They have a sneak. I just don't know. My biggest hesitation with them is how they play that quarterback position, that transition, how long they stick with Dalton, when they, how do they implement Fields? Like that to me is the uneasy part because I like them sneak. Like they're sneaking to me. They're sneaking to me.
Yeah, if Fields comes in, here's the problem though. Like their defense is pretty good. Secondary a little questionable. With their offense, I just don't know if they have enough firepower all around. Yeah. Outside Allen Robinson, Montgomery's pretty solid. But
I don't like the firepower if it's Dalton. If it's Fields,
that's what I mean.
think
Fields would have to be the X factor.
You see what I mean? Like that changes.
It would be all on Fields, really.
Yeah. Because we even saw how he was hitting Jesse James, making him into this deep bomb threat type of dude, So I could easily see that.
He's the X factor.
Yeah.
If he comes in, is lighting the world on fire, they could potentially be a playoff team.
He'll be to them what Cam Newton was to the Panthers.
Yeah.
That's how I envision it like that. Maybe not the most firepower on offense, but him being out there, he elevates your offense that much.
Yeah. I could see them making the playoff if he lights it up. If he's so-so, if he's good but not great, 8-9, 9-8 maybe, 7-10. That's kind of where I see things. But I mean, if he lights it up, he's the X factor. Yeah. I mean, we just talked about that because of what they have on offense. He's going to have to make it happen.
All right. We played him on a Thursday night. The Minnesota Vikings. Shout out to the homie Lizzo. I know we're big Kirk Cousins guys. We like that. We believe in Kirk. Captain Kirk. We got Mr. Gritty himself, Mr. Justin Jefferson up there. And then we got Adam Thielen. Dalvin Cook, yo boy. I think they just brought back Everson Griffin too. A little pass rush.
Yeah.
Hunter's up there. Harrison Smith just got paid. Kendricks is still there.
Patrick Peterson.
Pat Pete is there, rocking the 7 LSU style as well.
Yeah, with the purple. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
They have a nice roster.
They do.
They have a really nice roster.
It's the quarterback, baby. You know that.
Yeah.
That's the hang up. That's the quarterback.
This is one of those Broncos Raiders situations for me.
Yeah. It's the quarterback.
They're capped at 6-7 seed in the playoffs, but first round exit. And then the other side of it, floor, they're going 7-10 or something like that. I don't see them actually finishing worse than 7-10.
I don't either. I think they'll be interesting.
They're right in that middle pack that I hate to be in because you're good enough to be relevant, potentially make the playoffs. But
I think they even get a playoff win, like we saw them when they went to New Orleans. That team is sneaky like that. I don't think they're good enough to make a run in the playoffs, but I think they could easily have one of those. Was it 5? Who's the matchup that we would get? Not because it's only one bye. It's only one bye now, so you would be 5 versus 3 seed, or what is that? Because it'd be 1 versus
it'd be 7 versus 2.
So yeah, so they would go against the 4 seed. They'll be 5-4. So yeah, I could see them getting a win like that. It'll be one of them sneaky because they
play the Cowboys
good enough. Absolutely, you know that, and they'll win it. And then we over here like, bro, they really want a playoff game right now. And Kirk Cousins hits with the. You like that? You know that, bro.
That's what I mean. They're not Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah,
they're not Super Bowl contenders. That's where they're capped. But I don't see them with an awful record, 7-10 worst. But they're going to be on those charts whenever it's like week 14, 15, 16 in the hunt for the wild card, or they'll be like the 6 or 7 seed. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Just because of Kirk Cousins, if they had a different quarterback, man, I'd change my tune because they're totally different. They're kind of loaded on offense, and they got a bunch of dudes on defense.
Yeah. All right, last one in that division, Green Bay Packers, the last ride for Aaron Rodgers.
Do you believe that? I think he's actually gonna potentially be back if they could work it out. I don't get why it's so far gone. It's the last ride because I think they're better with each other.
Yeah, and his issue isn't with the coach; it's more with management. And I think my only question is, I don't think they would try that though, because I was thinking to myself, like, if they seen something from Love at any point this season, like if Rodgers had to miss a game or two, and Love shows
like Kaepernick stepped in for Smith,
right? Like that's the only thing I could think of. But I just, number one, I don't anticipate Aaron being out where he's going to miss a game or two, and number two, I don't think Jordan Love is going to just be hot like that his first opportunity. But that to me is like the only way I can see it happening, because I don't think they would do the Mahomes Alex Smith thing, because to me this scenario isn't like that where you have this talented guy. Now granted, we didn't know at the time how talented Mahomes was, but Alex Smith was kind of like their Kirk Cousins. He was capping them. Aaron Rodgers is not a cap on him. Aaron Rodgers, you're legit in the action. He's coming off an MVP season. So yeah, I don't think he leaves. I think they find a way to keep him there as well, man.
That's what I'm thinking, because both sides
they're way better together, man.
According to the dialogue, we're open to saying like, yeah, we'll see how this season goes, and we might talk some more.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying last dance, this is it for Rodgers. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that. If Rodgers is really focused on all this philosophy he's talking about and just being in his Zen mode, he understands that there's this game going on.
Right.
So I don't know. I just don't see it being a foregone conclusion that he's out of there. But I see them finishing top in the NFC North because of Aaron Rodgers. Their team solid. You saw them go 13-3 last year. I just think they're going to take a little bit of a step back. Bakhtiari is looking like he's out again. There's some question marks on offensive line. I see a bunch of like Green Bay reports saying like, is the offensive line going to hold up? Is it going to be shaky?
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, defense, pretty good. They got some names. Definitely an outside linebacker.
I like the linebackers
with the Smiths.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Amos is good. Darnell Savage, obviously.
It's gonna celebrate to the wheels fall.
Alexander's a stud cornerback, so they're good on defense. Kenny Clark's nice in the middle too.
He said
they're gonna be a good team. I mean, you add Aaron Rodgers. What'd I say? 10-7, 11-6. They're gonna win the division. That's what I'm thinking. I just don't think they'll be to the level they were last year.
Yeah. Just Aaron Rodgers back out there, man. They're gonna be super productive again. Yeah,
and what I mean by
biggest piece, like they're still going to be. And I go what you're saying.
I was going to say what I mean by 10-7 or 11-6. That doesn't mean they're not Super Bowl contenders.
Correct.
I just think the regular season might be a little rocky for them.
Which happens. I mean, and when you think about out of 17 games, that's not a.
The Bucks won 11-5 last year.
Exactly. Like that's realistic, man. Yeah, that's realistic right there. But no, when I think of Green Bay, man, I like them a lot. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers, that changes so much. It's the way we view Ben here is how people view Aaron Rodgers. He's the difference maker. He accounts for so much more. If this team is led by Jordan Love, heck no, I don't want to talk about them. But with Aaron Rodgers, it's interesting. They got wide receivers. They got a running back. They have pieces there offensively. O-line, obviously going to be a question mark, right? Depending on how that thing plays out, if those guys can stay healthy, that always is an issue. But defensively, they can rush the passer. Defensively, they're built to play from in front, though. And that's the thing with them. As long as they're playing ahead, they'll be fine. But if that O-line is compromised where they get into these tighter games, we see where that defense, it might have a little bit of issue down the line. That's all.
How do you have it ranked?
Well, I went to the super chat first. We're not the super chat. I polled it up because, they always ask for the poll, so we got to give them the poll every once in a while. About 112 people that voted so far. Heavy on the Packers winning the division, 83%. But it gets interesting after that. We got the Bears at 10%. The Vikings at 5%, Lions at 2%. I would not have thought the Bears would be.
It's Justin Fields, dude.
That's why.
But That's why I don't have them over the Vikings, because I just don't know if he's going to play. And if he does play, he's got to be lights out, in my opinion.
That's my thing, man.
There's more certainty on the Vikings, at least just
their
being in the mix.
So higher. Absolutely, man.
I don't like their team. I don't like their chances for a Super Bowl at all. I don't think they're contenders. But to be above the Bears, I'll take the Vikings. So I got Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions. That's how I got it playing out.
Hey, Trina Still Diva, you know I ain't go. You never late. You never late. You know I had you every time I think to poll it up. Trina Still Diva says, and you know I might call it the Trina Still Diva poll up. All right, because that's what you always said. Poll it up.
Sponsored.
You know, it's sponsored by Trina Still Diva. So there we go. But no, I feel like we're definitely identical, man. I have Packers winning it, Vikings second, Bears third, and then definitely Lions at fourth. Lord, what if the Lions win the division? I don't even want to know how wacky that would have to be for that.
Yeah, that's probably one of those soccer league scenarios that happened a couple years ago. Like, wasn't there one team that started with an L?
Yeah,
Leicester or something.
Something like that. Yeah,
they were not even on the radar.
Right,
but they ended up winning the league that year, and everyone was just going crazy. Like the odds were so bad.
Oh yeah,
but anyone that bet a little bit on them was making bang
crazy paper off of it.